financial power mastermind, Miss Gail Perry Mason. Let's give it up for Miss Gail Perry Mason. Come on. Yeah, come on, you can do better than that. I know she's not here, but she's here because she's in each and every single one of your hearts. Give it up for your camp counselors, for your staff, the mentors. That's what it's all about. Listen, I understand the whole aspect that you remember more of what you say than what I say. I'm going to say that twice because it's also nice. You remember more of what you say than what I say. So I want you to repeat after me. Say, success is in my mind.
Success is in my mind.
Come on, y'all can do better than that. Point to your head. Say, success is in my mind.
Success is in my mind.
Now look at your hands. Say, success is in my hands.
Success is in my hands.
So I'll think success. I'll speak success.
I'll speak success.
Because I am.
Because I am.
Come on, point to yourself. Say, I am. Successful.
Successful.
Say, I'm not a failure. I am a success. Because I was born to be the best and nothing less. Now give yourselves a hand for that. Listen, I want to talk to you. I'm not going to be long, but I will be strong because financial literacy is important. Investing in yourself is important. Knowing your worth, even in middle school, is important, right? Because the future belongs to those who seize the moment right now. Listen, I want you to be serious. I want you to play around right now. I want you to talk to your friends. I want you to talk to your neighbor. I want you to focus on you right now, right? I want you to be lollygagging and trying to whisper and all that stuff. I really want you to focus right now. I know you say, well, why would I focus right now? You know, I ain't even 20 yet. I ain't 30 yet. I'm not even 18 yet. But hear me. You got to seize the moment right now. Life is not promised to any of us. But we got to do what we got with what we have. Right? Somebody thought it enough for you to be here. A parent, a guardian, a grandmother, a grandfather wanted you to be here so that you could get exposure and experience this moment so that your life can be transformed. Life teaches us in two ways: mistakes and mentors. I'm going to be a mentor to you today because I wish I had mentors when I was your age who would give me the real game, who would keep it 100 with me, would keep it real with me. Right? Because Tamara Smiley said this: young people are like Kodak film. All they need is development and exposure. And I don't want you to waste this Money Matters Youth Camp. I don't want you to waste this opportunity. I don't want you to waste this time because they're developing you and exposing you to something beyond just your own world. You can be more than just an athlete. You can be more than just an entertainer. You don't have to be the next Beyonce. You don't have to be the next Jeezy, Weezy, Yeezy, Jay-Z, T Grizzly, Sada Baby. Right? You can be the next you. You can be yourself. Because as we talk about money matters, also mental health matters. Love for self matters. Knowing your worth matters. Being your brother's keeper and your sister's protector matters. These are life lessons that I didn't necessarily understand and realize at your age. Right, my young brother? Right? These are life lessons I didn't really realize, but I want you to seize this moment because here it is. Y'all are smarter than me when I was your age. You're more exposed to information now than when I was your age. And my life almost was cut short at an early age. I remember I walked into a convenience store. I was probably about 18 years old at this time. I walked into a convenience store, probably a CVS, or your Walgreens, or Rite Aid, and a guy walked up to me and inconvenienced me. And I keep it 100, I keep it real with you. I tell you what it is. He said to me, "I thought you died." And that's some crazy words to say to somebody. He didn't say what up. He didn't say good afternoon. He didn't say what up though. He didn't say hello. He didn't say nothing to me. He said, "I thought you died." Now, I'm from the east side of Detroit. Those are fighting words, right? Anybody ever heard of Will Smith? Anybody ever heard of Chris Rock? Yeah. Listen, y'all, I was getting ready to have a Will Smith, Chris Rock moment, and I wasn't going to be Chris. Right? I was going to really hit the guy because he said something to me that made me so angry. It made me so hot. It made my blood boil. But here's what I did. I exercised what they call emotional intelligence. I calmed my nerves. You don't have to respond negatively to somebody's negative words to you. And hear me, to a certain degree, he was right. Because I thought I almost died too. And I know you're saying, what do you think you almost died from? I thought I almost died. The one and only great guru, Miss Gail Perry Mason's here. Give it up for her. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I thought I had died too, because when I was 15 years old, I was over at my friend's house watching a football game, couldn't breathe by halftime. Now, mind you, I had been experiencing chest pains for the last few weeks. And oftentimes us, as boys becoming men, as girls becoming women, we don't talk about the pain of what it is that we have experienced, especially us as boys. We're taught to don't cry, don't be emotional, don't tell anybody about your pain. Pain is weakness leaving the body. I'm over my friend's house, can't breathe by halftime, and I was in school, and I was sleeping in class. Y'all don't be rude now. Don't be rude. We talked about that. Let's behave today. Right? I was sleeping in class, and I pretty much love school. My favorite two classes in school, y'all, were gym and lunch. Gym and lunch. And I pretty much love school, and I'm having these chest pains, and I'm lethargic, and I'm dealing with this pain, and it felt like somebody was stabbing me in my chest. His mother takes me to the hospital. My mother meets me there. The doctors and the nurses are swirling around my hospital bed, and they're taking me to do a CT scan of the chest. They do an X-ray, and I'm like, something's going on. I don't know. Every other breath, I'm trying to catch my breath. I feel like I'm going to die. They cut me open, they take me to surgery, they see my cells in my body are growing so fast they can see them growing with the naked eye. If you know anything about biology, cells are supposed to live and die. If they don't die off, a tumor forms. And a tumor formed around my heart. A tumor formed around my vocal cords, and I use my voice for a living. I felt great coming out of surgery. The doctor says, Eddie, you can't go back and play basketball right now. Don't think about gym and lunch. He said, I want you to understand that you've been diagnosed with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4, stage 4 cancer. Yeah, me. He said, you have what we call NHL. I thought it was National Hockey League, y'all. He said, no, it's non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. I said, I'm just starting my life. Now I'm fighting for my life. What in the world is going on? My own biological father never visited me one day in the hospital. The people who I thought were praying on me were literally praying on me. I felt like giving up. I don't know if you ever felt like giving up. You felt like throwing in the towel. I was depressed. Nobody was there for me other than my mother. And of course, faith and hope in God to be able to make it. But here's what I had to do. Despite the situations that take place, you got to understand this. Life is 10% what happens to you, 90% how you react to it. But 90% of the time we focus on the 10% to where now the 10% becomes 100% of our lives. The divorce that your parents may have had is only 10%. The pain of what you may have experienced, the depression, people talking about you, people bullying you on social media or even to your face, people talking about you, you feeling like you can't make it, you feeling like you're going to give up, you coming from not the best neighborhood and the best environment, may not have had all the best clothes that everybody else may have had. It's just 10%. How will you use the other 90? Cancer for me was just 10%. I got to understand I got a 90% left of life. I got to use the test as a testimony. I got to use the worst thing to bring out the best in me. And you got to know that there's something great that's on the inside of you. Despite what you go through, you got to know your worth. You got to know your value. And so today I want you to do a few things. One is I want you to turn up. I know when we say turn up, people think about twerking, but no, I want you to focus on working. Yeah. This ain't about twerking. This is about working. This is about you working your dream. This is about you having a dream and a goal for yourself. Where do you see yourself at 18? Where do you see yourself at 25? Hear me, Steph Curry is shooting right now. LeBron James is working out right now. Your doctor and your lawyer is focused right now. The person in medical school is studying right now. Right? You're not no young thug, you a young scholar. You're not no detriment, you are determined. You're not no stereotype, you are a prototype. Black is beautiful. There's greatness in your DNA. Your history don't just start with slavery. It starts with you understanding that there's a king and a queen inside of you. And so you got to turn up. Hear me. This one thing I learned in chemistry class, because I told you my favorite two classes in school were what, y'all? Somebody was listening. That's good. I learned this in chemistry class. Water steams at 211 degrees and it boils at 212 degrees. Isn't that interesting? It's just one difference between steam and boil. For some of us, we're just one book away. We're just one idea away. We're just one connection away. We're just one seminar away. We're just one opportunity away of turning up the temperature to move from steam to boil. You gotta turn it up. Some of y'all more focused on your phone and on social media and on TikTok and on Snapchat than you are on the truth about who you are. Come on, you spend more time in your phone and you ain't getting nothing accomplished. What books are you gonna read this summer? Come on. So check this out. By the time you return back to school in the fall, you can stand tall. Secondly, here's the second thing. Here's the second thing. I want you to adjust your vision. Number two, adjust your vision. I told you number one, turn up. Number two, adjust your vision. I got some glasses wearers in here. One thing I understand about glasses don't give me sight. I already got that. Glasses enhance my focus, and my focus enhances my vision. Right? When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. You got to adjust your vision about your life. You got to adjust your vision about your future. I know you're a young lady right now, but you're going to be a powerful woman. I know you're a young boy right now, but you're going to be a powerful man. How do I adjust my vision about my life? I don't have to be no thug in the streets. I can be a person who's an owner in the suites. Come on. Listen. Young lady, you may never be America's next top model, but if your standards are higher than your heels, you can be America's next top role model. My young brother, you may never play in the NBA, but you can still own the team by earning an MBA. That's a Master's in Business Administration. Come on. There's greatness on the inside of you. And then, last but not least, I want you to bounce back from every setback. Y'all have heard the rapper Big Sean? What do you say? Last night took an L, but tonight I bounced back. Right? You got to bounce back like a setback. Notice this. Whenever you throw a basketball down, especially if it's inflated, it doesn't stay where it was dropped. It goes higher, doesn't it? Right? A lot of times we've been dropped in life. We've been dropped by people who you thought would heal you and help you, but they wound up hurting you and harming you. But you got to say, listen, I'm not where you left me. I'm bouncing back from a setback. Because this is what you got to do. You got to secure the bag. This is money matters, right? Come on, somebody just say, secure the bag. Here's how you secure the bag. Secure the bag ain't about you being G'd up on the feet up. Secure the bag ain't about you having on Gucci or Louis Vuitton or Louboutin. Secure the bag ain't about you having on no buffs and some Cartier frames. Securing the bag, here it is. The B is for brilliance. Tap yourself and say, I'm brilliant. Come on, look at somebody, tell them, you're brilliant. Right? It's about your intelligence. That makes your significance. Secondly, for the bag, it's about your attitude. Hear me? I would rather have somebody with a good attitude who has less talent than somebody who has the most talent and a poor attitude. Your attitude determines your altitude. All right, that's good. Listen. I'm almost out of time, but I'm not out of truth. Your attitude determines your altitude. It determines how high or low you go. Your attitude will either get you in the door or stop you from getting into the door. You got to think about this. Maybe your camp counselors here, maybe your mentors, and maybe Miss Gail Perry Mason has opportunities for you, and they're watching what you do. They're watching how you behave. They're watching how you interact with other people. And they say, no, I can't give her an opportunity. I can't give him an opportunity because my name rests on this opportunity that I give you. If I see you playing around, if I see you not focused, if I see you trying to be a class clown and not focus on your focus, I can't give you an opportunity because you're wasted. This is proving ground right here. What I do here affects what I'm going to do out there. And then last but not least, I'm really out of here, y'all. Told you secure in the bag, brilliance, attitude. Last but not least, greatness. Greatness. Come on. Yeah, greatness. Listen. Greatness flows through your DNA. Kendrick Lamar. Anybody heard of Kendrick Lamar? Yeah. Kendrick Lamar would say you got loyalty, you got royalty inside your DNA. You come from kings and queens, y'all. You come from a Rosa Parks. You come from a Fatty Lou Hamer. You come from a Medgar Evers.